Hey, folks. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on what time you are watching this. Let's see if I could provide you folks with some value here. Um, this video, I'm going to start off by talking about starting off where you are presently. A lot of us, myself included, may wish that we were in different positions financially, economically, career wise, etc. Right? What many of us and I have failed to understand is that before you can open your hands to the possibility of you know growing into the position which you desire and fitting into that role, you have to first outgrow where you currently are at. You have to currently be outperforming your given position so that you could step up and step into those bigger shoes. Otherwise, you will be underperforming and ultimately fail within the blessing that you're asking for, you're working towards, right? I know many of you wish that they'd be self employed, that they'd be their own boss, excuse me, that they would be financially free. Myself included, I'm working towards that. But if you are currently at a job that you would not necessarily consider your dream job, consider this. How bad is your job as opposed to how bad you are making that job out to be? How much of your job do you hate because it actually is a job worthy of disdain, dislike, and how much of your job is unlikable simply because of your mind state? A lot of it is due to how you are perceiving the moment. By shifting your state of mind, you will find that the current position that you are in becomes a bit more bearable. There are jobs that the majority of us would turn down and not do, and there are people filling those roles. Plumbers come to mind, right? They literally work with shit. And many of these people are making good money at it. And if they're financially astute, wise, they'd be able to save enough money that eventually they'd be financially free and do whatever they want. But they have to start and stick with. This is gonna hit home with someone in particular because I've been, and I know, I've been that person, that young salesperson who's jumping from job to job because they think that there's something better out there for them. What you fail and what I fail to understand is it's not the job. It's what you're bringing to the table. What skills do you need to develop? What do you need to become comfortable with? Because we all have certain things that we are uncomfortable with, whether it be speaking in public, speaking to strangers, dealing with problems. These are all things that perception changes. And the more we become accustomed and familiar with these situations day by day, the more it becomes normal and the easier it is to become the person that's going to be able to handle that situation and that job in a satisfactory way. To the point where it's like, I got this. Worst case scenario, I'm ready for because I've gone through it already. It's not a big deal. Where someone else would kind of shake in their boots and lose their mind and composure, you've been through it. I got it. No problem. What's going on? Okay. Deep breath. Let's handle this. Because when things are going wrong, they're already usually at the worst that they could get. We make it worse by our mind frame. So when something is going wrong, you could only make it better. And you're not going to make it better by panicking. You will only improve the situation and help those who need to be helped by keeping your composure, keeping an open mind, and thinking outside of the box, thinking of a solution, right? So if you're currently at a job that you feel is not working out, you feel is monotonous and, the type of line of work where you just can't stand another day, take a pause. Try to get your mind state right. Say hi to the people who you otherwise wouldn't say hi to. Try sticking out and outgrowing the position that you're currently in by shifting your mind state. And eventually, you don't have to go out looking for your next step. It's going to find you. You'll be approached for either some type of raise in position, opportunity that is going to cross your path, and you continue with that same mind frame. I hope I say something to bless one of you. Peace.